Dark Tales from Alabama. Let's walk and see. The Goatman of Alabama. The Goatman is not just a mere campfire tale in Alabama. He is a formidable legend that has been passed down through generations, deeply ingrained in local lore. Unlike other mythical creatures whose origins are shrouded in mystery, the Goatman story has a relatively recent and sinister backstory. The legend has it that in the 1950s, near the small town of Childersburg, a creature was born out of pure madness and vengeance. Its origin is often traced back to a former circus performer who had been driven to the brink of insanity by his fellow performers' cruel mockery. Seeking retribution, he delved into the dark arts, dabbling with rituals involving animal sacrifice and forbidden magic. His end goal was to transform himself into a formidable chimera, a being of immense strength and unbridled rage. However, as with most endeavors that flirt with darkness and chaos, things took a sinister turn. The ritual went awry, twisting his body into an abominable hybrid, part man, part goat. Cursed forever to roam the woods surrounding the site of his transformation, he became a terror that haunted the land for decades to come. But the Goatman isn't content with merely lurking in the shadows. His presence is felt as a heavy weight, a deep unease that settles over those who dare to cross his domain. Tales of his ferocious territorial nature are whispered among locals, particularly around bridges. Some say he holds a special grudge against couples drawn to their vulnerability as they park on secluded roads at night. And when he appears, brandishing his weapon of choice, an axe stained with the blood of his victims, the fury of his tortured existence is palpable. The air crackles with fear and anticipation as the Goatman looms closer, a menacing figure ready to strike at any moment. Throughout the years, rumors of the Goatman have spread like wildfire throughout Alabama, leaving a trail of eerie happenings in their wake. The haunting clip-clop of hooves on asphalt, reports of missing livestock, and the lingering stench of decay. While tangible proof of the creature's existence remains elusive, the sheer number of first-hand accounts, coupled with the bone-chilling details consistent among various tellings, makes it impossible to simply brush off the Goatman as a mere fabrication. It's often told that in the dark of night, a group of teenagers, their youthful bravado igniting their courage, gathered at the bridge rumored to be the domain of the infamous Goatman. Their hearts raced with anticipation as they hoped to catch a glimpse of the creature, eager to prove the legend either true or false. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the stillness, causing their bodies to tremble in fear. And then came the unmistakable sound of heavy hooves pounding against the pavement, getting closer and closer to their car. They scrambled to escape, terror gripping their hearts as they sped away into the safety of town. The image of a hulking figure, its outline eerily illuminated by the moon's pale light, was etched into their minds forever. Upon returning to town, they were met with disbelief and skepticism until they discovered deep, gouging gashes along the sides of their car, marks that could only have been made by an axe, or something far more sinister and otherworldly than any mere mortal weapon. The Goatman of Alabama, a being shrouded in mystery and fear, is a figure that haunts the minds of locals and visitors alike. While some believe it to be mere fabrication, a story used to keep children from straying too far into the darkness, others swear by its existence, those who have experienced the Goatman. The legend looms large over the state's back roads, leaving those who dare to venture out with an unease and a constant vigilance for any signs of the infamous Goatman. Its presence is undeniable, leaving a lasting imprint on the imagination and ensuring that caution is always exercised in these shadowed lands. The Ghost of Helen Keller. Helen Keller, the remarkable author, political activist, and lecturer who defied all odds to achieve greatness despite her being deaf and blind, remains a source of endless inspiration. Yet, even in her home state of Alabama, her legacy holds a haunting quality. The very locations that bore witness to her incredible life, from her birthplace in Tuscumbia to the Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind, where she first learned to communicate, are now said to harbor her ethereal presence. The rumored sightings of Helen Keller's ghost are not those of a vengeful and restless spirit, but instead of a gentle soul, eternally tethered to the places that molded her into who she was. At her meticulously preserved birthplace, Ivy Green, visitors and staff alike have reported a multitude of unexplained occurrences. The sound of soft footsteps can be heard echoing through the ancient halls, even when the house stands empty. Suddenly, the sweet aroma of honeysuckle, Helen's most beloved scent, wafts through the air without warning. And some have even claimed to feel a delicate hand brush against theirs, a brief touch as ephemeral as a distant memory. The Alabama Institute for the Deaf and Blind holds countless stories within its walls, but perhaps the most captivating is that of Helen Keller. It was here, in her youth, that she first learned to communicate, her once silent world bursting into life under the patient guidance of her devoted teacher, Anne Sullivan. Whispers of a ghostly figure dressed in period clothing have been heard wandering the halls, her laughter a distant echo from another time. Some have even claimed to catch a glimpse of her spectral form near the well pump, the very spot where she experienced her famous breakthrough, understanding the meaning behind the word water as it flowed over her hand. The Institute seems to hold on to the echoes of the past, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that's both haunting and beautiful. The ghostly figures that appear are not met with fear, but rather with a sense of solace and reassurance. They serve as a reminder of Helen's unyielding spirit and her strong ties to the locations where she pushed past boundaries and embraced all that life had to offer. Some speculate that Helen's essence remains present, not out of sorrow or remorse, but rather out of an unwavering affection for the places that aided her remarkable voyage. The apparitions seem to glow with a warm light, as if they are illuminated by an inner fire burning with determination and resilience. Their presence is both soothing and awe-inspiring, a testament to the enduring legacy of Helen's journey. In a poignant account of one student's struggles at the Institute, a young girl with impaired vision felt lost and alone as she attempted to adapt to her new surroundings. Overwhelmed with emotion, she wandered the grounds late one night, seeking solace from the quiet darkness. As she sat by the well pump, tears streaming down her face, she suddenly felt a gentle hand on her shoulder. Turning, she saw a figure standing beside her, a young girl with sparkling eyes and a kind smile. The mysterious girl disappeared just as quickly as she had arrived, but the student was left with an indescribable feeling of peace and renewed determination to persevere through her challenges. The moon cast a soft glow over the scene, adding ethereal quality to the encounter that the student would never forget. Whether these experiences are products of overactive imaginations or genuine encounters with the ethereal realm, one thing is certain. They serve as a haunting reminder of Helen Keller's enduring legacy. The stories of ghostly apparitions, whispered voices, and unexplained phenomena only add to the mystique surrounding her life. Far from diminishing her accomplishments, these eerie encounters add another layer of intrigue to her story, transforming her from a mere historical figure into a timeless presence. It is as if she has become a part of the very fabric of the places where she once taught the world that even in darkness there is always light. Her spirit lives on, forever entwined with those who seek to uncover the secrets of her remarkable journey. The Red-Eyed Beast of Morgan County. Nestled deep in the heart of Alabama, where the soft whispers of the wind dance through dense forest and the moon casts long eerie shadows over the land, there exists a creature so mysterious and fearsome that it haunts even the bravest of souls, the Red-Eyed Beast of Morgan County. While other legends like the Goatman have a specific story attached to them, The origin of this beast is shrouded in primal fear, the fear of what lurks just beyond the boundaries of civilization, waiting to pounce on unsuspecting prey. The creature has been described in many ways, but one thing remains constant: the chilling fear it invokes. Its massive form is reminiscent of a hulking bear, its body covered in a dense matted fur that seems to bristle with malice. But what truly sets the creature apart are its eyes, two glowing orbs of vibrant crimson that burn with an infernal light. Even in the pitch-black darkness, these eyes shine like beacons, instilling a primal terror in anyone who dares to gaze upon them. Countless accounts of the red-eyed beast have been recorded in the remote, scarcely inhabited regions of Morgan County, where the deep, murky waters of the Tennessee River flow. Whispers among farmers tell of their livestock found savagely maimed and drained of blood, the stench of death lingering heavily in the air. Some testify to hearing unearthly screams that pierce through the darkness of the woods at night, causing even the bravest individuals to shudder in fear. The creature, shrouded in mystery and controversy, has sparked debate among skeptics and believers alike. While some dismiss it as a mere figment of overactive imaginations fueled by folklore and late-night ghost stories, others believe it to be something far more sinister. Whispers of its existence have spread like wildfire, igniting theories and speculations. Could it be a surviving dire wolf, long thought extinct? Or perhaps the result of government experimentation gone awry, unleashing a genetically modified predator into the untamed forests of Alabama? Each theory adding to the enigma surrounding this elusive creature. On a lonely stretch of road in Morgan County, a couple was stranded with a broken-down car. As they sat in silence, waiting for help to arrive, their eyes were drawn to a pair of glowing red orbs peering at them from the edge of the tree line. A primal fear seized their hearts as a massive figure emerged from the shadows, its hulking form eclipsing the moonlight. Its razor-sharp claws scraped against the asphalt, leaving deep gouges in its wake. The creature circled their car with slow, deliberate steps, its hot, putrid breath fogging up the windows and filling their nostrils with an overwhelming stench. Just when they thought all hope was lost, it let out a deafening roar that seemed to shake the very ground beneath them before disappearing back into the darkness. When help finally arrived the next morning, they were found huddled together in terror, surrounded by massive, three-toed footprints leading off into the woods. The legend of the red-eyed beast lingers like a thick fog, shrouding the back roads of Morgan County in an eerie veil. Some claim it as a real creature, while others dismiss it as a mere case of mistaken identity. But there are those who believe it to be a phantom born from the deepest, darkest corners of our collective imagination. Whatever the truth may be, its ominous presence continues to haunt the minds of locals and travelers alike. It serves as a chilling reminder that even in our modern world, there are still pockets of darkness where the unknown lurks, waiting to claim those who dare to venture too close. The sound of rustling leaves and distant howls only adds to the spine-tingling atmosphere, as if the very land itself is warning us to stay away from this creature's domain. And yet, despite all warnings and precautions, there are always those brave or foolish enough to seek out the truth behind the legend of the red-eyed beast of Morgan County. Well, friends, there you have it for this installment of Dark Tales from Each State. I look forward to your comments, but please be friendly and respectful. As for me, I'll see you a little further on down the road. I'm Steve Stockton, and I'll talk to you next time. And please, tell your animals I said hi.